Throughout last year, I worked out consistently to the point where it became part of my identity, and I actually enjoyed working out. So I couldn't believe my eyes when I stepped on the scale and realized that weight gain had slowly crept in on me and had become the heaviest I had ever been in my life, despite being the most active. And to be honest, I was so close to just giving up and just accepting that perhaps this is just my body now and this is just the way I'm supposed to be, because I was doing everything I was supposed to do, but I was still gaining weight. Thank God that I did not do that, because when this year started, I decided to do more research to figure out what I was doing wrong. And guys, I figured out that one thing that changed the game for me. And right now I have been able to lose the weight and keep it off sustainably, aka no starving myself, no losing my period, no restricting myself from the foods that I love, no having to hit 100 grams of protein each day, because let's be real, that is very expensive to do. In this video, we're going to be talking about the 2 pillars of weight loss and my niche tips, which are kind of contrary to popular weight loss advice, but it worked for me, as well as my exact daily routine that I followed to lose the weight. I hope the information in this video helps you so that you do not waste your time like I did. And big disclaimer here, I am not claiming to be an expert, a health fitness expert, a nutritionist, all of that. I am just a girl, a Nigerian 26-year-old lady who wanted to lose the weight, was doing things that weren't working, and then she found something that worked and she wants to share. That's just the vibe in this video. So let's get into the video. Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, thank you so much for stopping by. On this channel we talk about all things productivity, self-development, being the best version of ourselves. So if that's your vibe, then make sure you subscribe. And if you are not new here, you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back to watch my new video. I'm really grateful for you. So yeah, let's just get straight into the video. We're going to be talking about my weight loss, okay, because I was able to lose the weight after, you know, just going through a lot of emotions, right? And I'm so happy, and I just wanted to share, if any of the information in this video would be helpful to at least one person, then I have achieved my goal. So just a little bit about the facts about me. I am a 26-year-old lady, but when I started I was 25, but you get the vibe. 26 right now. I live in Nigeria. I'm 5'7". I was at my heaviest at 166 pounds. Yeah, I was overweight according to the average this thing. Yeah, I became overweight. That is actually insane while I was working out. Yeah, and then now I am around like 140 something, 140 to 142. So I was able to lose 25 pounds, which is really nice. So yeah, I also work from home, so if I am not careful, I can be prone to living a sedentary lifestyle. So I just noticed that I was just getting fat, and honestly guys, I really think that I want to attribute it to like 2025, you know, because they say, oh, we go through like a second puberty, and it's true. Like a lot of people notice this weight gain once you turn 25, and that's because our metabolism kind of slows down. So yeah, I think maybe that's what happened to me, and I was like we're not doing that. But if that is your vibe, but of course I'm wondering that if you're watching this video, then maybe you actually want to lose weight, so you want to be slimmer. But I was just like, no, I'm not doing it. Okay, I'm not getting fat. Okay, I do not have any reason to be fat. Okay, I'm so sorry. That is just not my vibe. That is not what I wanted. And yeah, I'm so happy I was able to crack the code, and I hope that I will help you to crack the code right now. If that is your vibe, then hey, everyone to themselves, but it just wasn't what I wanted for myself, and I knew that I had to, you know, do something about it. So I'm really happy that I was able to crack the code. So let's just get straight into the meat of this video and all of the tips that I have for you. So guys, we have 2 pillars of weight loss. The first one is diet, and the second one is exercise. Okay, so that was the thing. I was so on top of my exercise, the second pillar of weight loss, that I thought that I could just do that and the other pillar doesn't matter. But of course diet matters as well, and we can speak about diet first. So of course, when I did my research, I realized that there is something called the calorie deficit, and honestly I'm sure that I heard of it, but you know, when you just hear of it and maybe you just didn't like take it seriously, that was my case. But guys, that was what changed the game. That was once I just, you know, added that pillar to the other pillar that I had down, it changed everything, right? So calorie deficit, what does that mean? That means you're going to be eating less than what your body requires. I don't really see, guys, in this video we're not going into scientific terms. Okay, this is just from a girl to girl, like this is just girl to girl, so I'm not going to be going in deep, but I will leave some resources down below because I think Jeanette Indomina really helped, and she did like a course on it, so she can really give you guys like the in-depth things. But I guess like this video is just going to help you if you just want to like get the basic gist, right? So what I first of all did was I did my TDEE to figure out how many calories do I need to eat every single day, because everything we eat has calories, right? Just want to make sure that everything that we eat, the calories of everything that we eat each day, is within our calorie deficit. So of course, in order for you to know what you want to eat and make your plan and everything, you have to know your calorie deficit, and it's different from for every single person. So I got my own calorie deficit using this thing that I will show on the screen here. So you just go there. So you just ask you for your age, your gender, your height, your weight, your activity, all of that, and then you do it, and it gives you your own specific calorie deficit. So for instance, mine now is, if I want to be extreme, it is 1,242. If I want to it to be normal, 1,742. So for me, what really did help me in order for me to be able to stay in my calorie deficit was intermittent fasting. Okay, so this is where you eat for just a certain amount of time, okay, because you can only eat during a certain amount of time, it will help you to eat only 2 meals per day. Okay, so that was what I was doing. I was eating just 2 meals per day, which meant that I was skipping breakfast. And honestly, with this one, it depends on you. For me, I noticed that it even helps me because when I wake up in the morning, I don't want to be worrying about what do I want to eat. So I do my first work blocks fasted, my morning routine and my first 2 work blocks, I do them fasted, and it really did help me a lot. But of course, different bodies work differently. A lot of people may like breakfast, they may want to, but just try, guys. Like, you may think you like breakfast, but do you really like breakfast? So just try for 1 week, try for 2 weeks. If your body doesn't like it, then you cannot go back, but at least make sure you try, because once you can do that, guys, once you can just get your intermittent fasting down and your calorie deficit down, you will lose the weight. So that was what I did. So I only eat 2 meals per day, and of course, since you only eat 2 meals per day, that is going to help you to keep your calories in check. Because of that, I was still able to eat the foods that I would normally eat. I wasn't now saying, okay, I would have to just eat like small portions. Like, no, I was able to eat what I wanted to eat and eat it well, but the only thing was that I was just eating 2 meals per day. So yeah, once I had that, I had my calorie deficit already, I had my intermittent fasting that I was only going to be eating twice a day. So what I had to do was just eat normally, eat the foods that I would normally eat. But what I now did is that I now started tracking my calories. I would now weigh food I was eating, weigh all of the ingredients, the ones that I could weigh. So for instance, if I'm eating like eba and egusi now, I'll just weigh eba, I'll weigh the eba, I'll put it in ChatGPT, get the calories of that. I will now weigh my egusi, I'll remove like the meat, remove all of the protein that is in there. I'll weigh that, and then I'll tell you maybe like just 1 teaspoon of oil. You get, I will show it on the screen here just to get like the basic gist, because for this calorie deficit, for this calorie tracking, it will never be accurate. But it's not about it being accurate, it's just about having that awareness of what you're eating. And of course, as I said, because I was doing intermittent fasting and I was only eating twice per day, that really did help me a lot to keeping track. So even though it's not the most accurate thing, it still helps to just be aware of what you're eating, and since you're tracking your food, you'll be more aware, and that will just help you to reduce snacking as well. So I was doing that for the whole of January. I wasn't really strict about it. I was just eating normally, just 2 times per day, and I was tracking it and saying, okay, this is how many calories are in this food, this is how many calories are in this food, and then I just try to just use that information to now create my meal plan. So now I have a meal plan that I eat, and I'll show it on screen here. So this is basically how I eat every single day as a Nigerian girl, because I know, guys, like at the beginning I was trying to rack my head, oh, how do I get protein? But guys, protein is very expensive, guys. Like chicken is 7.5, right? Yeah, meat, yeah, we can't do that. Okay, so I just had to work with what I had, and of course I've been able to lose weight. So yeah, I don't see anything wrong with that. And also for this dieting, I also want to recommend taking tea, because tea is such a good way for you to feel full without even taking any calories. Okay, because if you drink tea, you still get to taste that flavor, and you think that you have drank something when you haven't actually drank something. So for me, I take tea. I take 4 cups of tea daily. So every morning when I wake up, when I'm doing my Bible study, I will take the tea. So of course that would help me feel full, as if I'm eating something when I've really not eaten anything. And then in the mid-morning, in the late morning, when I am in between my Pomodoro work sessions, I will take another cup of tea, which would also trick my brain into thinking that I'm taking something because of the flavor. And honestly, because before I was thinking that, oh, I can't take tea without milk, I can't take tea without honey, I can't take tea without sugar. But guys, trust me, the tea that I take, because it's not like black tea, so it's not like bitter, it actually tastes nice. Like the flavor tastes nice, and honestly, even when you have been drinking it with with milk now, like with milk and honey, it hides the flavor. Like you don't get to taste the flavor because they're taking it with milk. So I would highly suggest these teas, and they're not expensive, like 2,000 naira you can get for the whole month, which is amazing, right? You can get 20 tea bags for 2,000 naira. So it's really cheap, and it's really good quality. I love it. So I would highly recommend that. And yeah guys, that is basically all of the things that I did that really helped me in terms of my diet. So now let us get on to the exercise. Now we are on to the second pillar of weight loss, which is exercise. As you already know, if you watch this channel, I am a certified homebody, right? And having to go to the gym every single time I want to work out sounds like pure torture to me. And also not talk of the extra cash that I have to spend just to get the membership. For me, I did home workouts, okay? Every single workout that I did was at home. I did all my exercises following fitness YouTubers. Honestly guys, I love exercise. It's actually insane. Like anytime like I'm working out, I'm just like I'm just enjoying it. I'm just like, wow, like this is what consistency does. Like honestly guys, with exercise you just have to be consistent with it, okay? Because like I told you before, last year that was when I really got the habit of working out, and I was working out consistently. But the year before that, guys, like what is working out? Like you get, like I did not used to work out. So I would just say that with exercise, it's the more you do it, the more you do it. I'm starting small, okay? I did not start by trying to do 40-minute workouts, 50-minute workouts. I started with doing 10-minute workouts, 15-minute workouts at most, right? Like it wasn't something that I was trying to know. And at the end of the last year, I was not able to do 40-minute workouts. You just want to start small, but the only thing is that you want to make sure that you're doing it every single day, okay? Not every single day, of course, but every weekday. Make sure that you work out, okay? Because that just tricks your brain into thinking that you are the kind of person that is your identity. You are an active person, and because you work out every day, you would now notice that you start loving it, and it start giving you that that I think it's serotonin, yeah, like that post-workout high, because you've given yourself enough reps to get used to it. And guys, it is amazing, guys. Once you can start living out, love it. But please, at the beginning, the duration and the intensity does not matter, okay? But as far as you're doing something, as far as you're doing Pilates, right, you can do Pilates because that's what I started with, and later on you can now start doing more workouts. So at the beginning of this year, because I knew that I'd already gotten the habit of working out down last year, I now got 2 kg dumbbells this year, and honestly guys, it has changed the game for me. Now I even love working out even more because it's more challenging and it's more fun because I have something that I'm working out with. I love it. And now I do strength, Pilates. I love it. Okay, so in terms of my workout routine, this is what I used to do. Mondays were full body days, and then Tuesdays were ab days. I used to focus just on my abs, and then Wednesdays I used to do mobility exercises or just stretching, active stretching exercises. At the beginning I used to do yoga, but then I stopped doing yoga because Lord convicted me on yoga because it was real. Yeah, I was doing all those mind yoga, mind body connection. So it was getting spiritual. So I'm really glad that God convicted me on that, and he now gave me the idea to do mobility. And mobility is really nice because it's like a workout, but it's like stretching as well. So you get to like do all these stretching poses, but as you're moving, like it's just a different vibe, honestly, and I love it so much. That's what I do for my rest day, my active rest day. And then on Thursdays I do arms and abs, so I do my arms and I do my abs. And then on Fridays I do cardio, so that's like Tabata. I don't like HIIT because I noticed that for Tabata it's only like 20 minutes of work, then you take a 10-minute break, and I think that just really helps with me because when I was starting out, guys, like doing like intense exercises for 30 minutes and for 30 seconds was a lot for me. Okay, so yeah, I started with Tabata, and then I also got into aerobics, which I love now. I love aerobics. So yeah, that's just that for that. And I just wanted to give you a full list of the YouTubers I use because I have my favorite YouTubers as usual. So that's the likes of Mad Fit, that's the likes of Moving the Call, Pilates by Easy, Eleni Fit, Julia Rappel, Olivia Lawson. So yeah, I would leave the list of YouTubers that I use here, of course, as you can see. And then I also wanted to talk about NEAT exercise. So for this one, I work based on a Pomodoro timer, so that means I have breaks in between my work sessions. So I decided that for every 5-minute break that I have, because that's what I do, I work for 25 minutes, I take a 5-minute break, work for another 25 minutes, take a 5-minute break. So during those 5-minute breaks, I make sure that I get up from my desk and I walk around the house. So I just walk around the house, just do my work, just like maybe like tidy up things. But I make sure that I do get up during my 5-minute work break. And of course, that has really helped me to not only get my need exercise, but also get in my steps, because as I said before, I work from home. So it's really easy for me to not get any steps at all if I do not do that. So that's the way I do that. And I also take a morning and evening walk. So my morning walk is usually like 10 minutes, nothing too serious. While for my evening walk, I take 20 minutes. So I walk for 20 minutes. So that's not really a lot. That's just 20 minutes, but at least it adds up every week and all of that. So that's just basically that for my need exercise. And I think that's basically that for my exercise in general. And yeah. Now, what are the niche tips that I have for you? So the first one I have for you is that working out in the evening changed the game for me, and it may change the game for you as well. Okay, because for me, at least, I saw a lot of advice that you just need to work out from the morning, work out in the morning so that you can start off your day. But I did that and I noticed that it was making me tired, right? I feel so tired, and it will just take away from my actual work session. And during my work session, I'll be tired. Like, what? I don't know, but that's just it. Like, different people, different strokes. But for me, working out in the morning, like your real workout, like your proper workout, just doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't make any sense for me. Okay, and I decided to do it in the evening, and guys, it changed everything for me, because if I'm working out in the evening, I've already worked out, so I don't have that mental, way down. And also I feel like my body has woken up fully, because I have done other things. I walked around the house, like my body feels full and my body feels ready to take on the challenge. And also, guys, with this one, you may think that after you are done with your work, you're tired, because there are a lot of times when it feels like, okay, I have worked a lot, I have used my brain a lot, and all of that, but I will not feel like I'm tired. But that's not it. Your brain is tired, but your body isn't tired. And once you can use your body while you're working out, trust me, guys, you would notice that you have that energy. And also, it would help you to build to release all of the pent-up stress. Maybe you are upset about something that has happened, you put all that energy into your workout. Or maybe you worked on something that doesn't work out. You can just give your brain time to rest, but in a helpful way. And honestly, that is it. Honestly, guys, I don't want to be doing HIIT workouts. I don't want to be doing intense workouts when I just wake up, right? I want to, give myself time to ease into my body, time to, just be calm, but do calm movement. But of course, it is still good to put in some form of movement in the morning when you wake up, just so that you can, get your body moving. And that is why I made it a priority part of my habits to stretch every single morning. And that is our second niche tip. Like, guys, you should be stretching, because I feel like that's just what really contributed into me liking moving my body. Because when you first of all wake up and you get to do the stretch routines, like, it's kind of like you're doing self-care, but you're also helping yourself. And also, because it's what I do Pilates, right? That's like my proper main workout type. Because of the Pilates, your form is very important. You have to like keep your balance, just like put your body in different ways while maintaining your form. And I feel like when you stretch your body, when you have a stretch routine, that would help your body to adapt more, and you would notice that you will be able to do all of the poses in Pilates much better with much more efficiency. So that is another niche tip that I would advise, that you do have a stretching routine, and I would highly recommend that it's in the morning, because that's just the perfect way to wake your body up and to have movement in the morning without it being too jarring and all of that. And it's kind of like self-care, honestly. It's a good habit, it's a healthy habit, but it's also self-care. And last but not least, routine will trump motivation every single time, guys. If you want to work out, if you want to lose weight, you have to have a routine around your life, right? So for instance, with the intermittent fasting, if I do not have a routine, I will not be able to hold it down. My stretch routine, if I do not have a routine, I will not be able to hold it down. My workout, if I do not have a routine, I won't be able to hold it down. Because once you can have a routine, you would eliminate all the decision fatigue. So it will not be a case of, okay, when should I work out? Okay, when should I do my stretch? Okay, when should I eat? When should I stop eating today? Do you get? But if you have a routine, you have decided, okay, this is my morning routine, afternoon, evening, and night routine. Your life is just so structured. And of course, because your life is structured, all the things that we've talked about in this video, you're going to be able to implement them easily, because you have that structure. You already decided, okay, this is the way my life is going to go, and it will just be so much easier. Because weight loss is all about consistency. How do we stay consistent? We stay consistent with structure. Okay, we do not rely on our motivation to get things done. We rely on our system to get things done. So I would highly recommend that you have a routine in your life. So as promised, this is my daily routine with the focus on my weight loss habits. So of course I do other things, but these are just the habits that I do that are tied to my weight loss journey, right? So after I wake up, I take a cup of tea during my Bible study sesh. Then I do a 10 to 30 full body stretching session, and then I go on a 10-minute walk. And then in the mid morning, in between my Pomodoro work sessions, I take another cup of tea, and then I eat my first meal around 11:30. Then I drink my black tea with additives, that is with the milk and the honey, around 1 o'clock, and then I take my snack around 3:30. So that is just like the snack that I take. That is my snack of choice, peanut butter and bread. So I can either toast it or just eat it normally, but that's what I take as my snack. And then I work out around after work, so that's around like maybe 5:30, 6 o'clock, and then I eat dinner. And then I take an evening walk, and then I drink my sleep tea before going to bed. And voila, that is that for my daily routine. And honestly, that is that for this video as well. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Thank you so much for watching to the end. You are very, very special for watching to the end. It's not normal, right? Yeah, so thank you so much for watching to the end. I hope that you gained value from this video, and I hope that you'll be implementing the things that I said in this video. Of course, as I have said, routine is very important. So if you want to create your own routine based on your own weight loss habits, I highly recommend that you watch this video, because I broke down the exact process that you can use to create your habits, to create your weekly schedule, but using ChatGPT, which just helps you to create this thing faster and also more efficiently. So I will see you there, and bye.